This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Kanye West. Now, he was very critical of Adidas. He says, people think Adidas broke up with me because of my views. And he says, I can't be anti-Semitic because he says all blacks are Jews. And then he goes on to say that Adidas, and this is true, Adidas was stealing his designs, okay? Now, I did buy the Adidas designs because they're a good price, so I'm not going to lie, okay? And they're available. But he's right. They did steal a lot of his designs, and he had a problem with them taking his work and not giving him money for it. So they were having issues already, so he pushed the envelope of making them get rid of him. It's actually a really clever way to get out of your contract. And he says it took me a year and a half to rebuild. They tried to destroy me. If I didn't have music, clothes, and everything else, they would have destroyed me. So he overcame everyone trying to cancel him. Cancel culture is disgusting. We'll get more into this in a minute. All right, so then Benny the Butcher, he didn't do so well on his album. Now this has nothing to do with Benny the Butcher as a rapper. He's a great rapper, okay? Benny the Butcher needs to be a little bit more humble about sales and everything, because it's really how the people, I think he's losing a lot of people with the cocky attitude. I'm going to be honest with you. If he would just be Benny the Butcher, right, and be great, I think more people would embrace him. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Because you fuel a lot. You put wood on the fire for hate, and it's too early for that. You haven't arrived with a commercial record yet. And I'm rooting for Benny the Butcher, but I hope he doesn't realize to make a shift when it's too late. He's about to be 40, and he's aging out as a rapper. I hate this, it's just true. I know some people will give me the comments, well, look at Big Boy in the latest one. Big Boy is a totally different rapper today than he was 20 years ago. The way Killer Mike handles, I might have said the wrong name. The way Killer Mike handles criticism now versus you did 20 years ago is totally different. It's a very humble, neutral approach. And I have to say that works for him a lot, like it did recently on The View. We'll get to that in a second. So it looks like what's his name? Anthony Fantana. Very critical. He says it's unreviewable, Kanye's album. Anthony's Fantano, that's his name, I guess. I forget his name. He's a wild dude, bro. But he's the best. He's the biggest reviewer in the hip hop game. Period. I mean, just music. Period. And he says Kanye's album is unreviewable. Kanye West also dodges Palestine question. He says, I don't have enough information. That's a good stance. People want Young Money to be it should just be Cash Money, Young Money for the Super Bowl next year. Lil Wayne should headline because he's the star of Cash Money. And then he should bring out Hot Boys, Drake, Nicki. I think that would be amazing. So Kanye West is sparking maybe a Adidas reunion, and he gave them he said make Adidas great again, and then he has a proposal that they can get 20% if they redistribute his next shoe, and I think they're going to take him up on that offer, to be honest with you. All they have to do is structure it so they're distributing Yeezy, and not Yeezy's not a part of Adidas, and I think that will cause their stock price to go up a lot as well. So Killer Mike was on The View talking, because The View is way too political, and not getting into politics, but because I don't like getting into politics at all. My views do not matter in this podcast at all, that I'm doing, right? But what I don't like is big corporations that The View's under. I think they're with NBC or they're with CBS, something like that. And it's whatever agenda they're pushing at the moment, whatever party is giving the most benefits. And obviously, with television and movies, it's always a Democrat thing, right? It is, And Republicans have their own machines that work for them, and I just don't like any of it, honestly. I'm always for whoever's best at the moment versus the party, But yeah, I do fear the future period. I think government's just too big all around, Republicans and Democrat. There's too many people working in government now. So much that it takes so much to run it, when it could really be like Twitter and probably run with 20% of the people, to be honest with you. It does not need to be as big as it is. And that's my views on that. Way too many people have government cushy jobs that are guaranteed to be paid by the taxpayers. The government doesn't make anything or make any money. Always remember that. The government doesn't make anything to sell you or anything. It's not a business. You're the business of the government. Iggy. She kind of goes at Playboy Cardi saying who wore it better because he wore a thong. She said who wore it better. Yeah, it's funny. And that's that. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.